Golden Graham time, guys. I slept really good and only slept in about 5 minutes, so very happy and excited. I'll get into a little bit more later on today. This is beautiful, Mumu. Besides these two smaller ones, look how good that is. These are going to be great. Hey everyone, your girl is here. As you guys can officially see now, there's a baby bunny out there. He's very cute, and obviously he's newborn, right? So, and that was crazy. I learned actually as well that the birds also don't mind as well, like the high rises and stuff that I was talking about yesterday, because a lot of them obviously use those high rises to make nests, right? And obviously we saw that. I actually seen that a lot in Florida. There was like 4 different, you know how they have like those cell phone boosters, right? Or just in a tower or an antenna, right, on top of a building, right? Well, obviously the birds put nest right on top of there. So, yes, obviously the birds don't mind it as much, and therefore they're easier, and doesn't take them as long to become adjusted to humans, right? Now, the coyotes and stuff, it takes them a while before they start getting the guts, right, to go into human territory that is, again, in their own home, right? Because ever since the beginning of time, humans have been invading, right, their home, right? Technically, this isn't our home, really, if you think about it that way. It's an animal's home. Anyhow, let's get back into the video. The mother only goes to visit them like 1 or 2 times a day, so definitely very good. So we know that, well, I haven't seen the mom today, but we know that the coyotes did not get the mom while she was pregnant, right? So, and I actually wonder, I mean, I don't see why not, but would there be enough there that if a coyote killed a pregnant rabbit, right, would they eat the babies? Obviously, the babies, right, are still in the stomach, well, in the womb, not in the womb. But yeah, seriously though, like, do they? I don't know. But anyhow, guys, I'm officially here now. Very happy and excited. I did about 6,000 steps already. It's not even 9:30. So now what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go check the trash. And then I still haven't actually figured out what time I need to actually do picnics. But it does look like a lot of clouds are moving in. Yeah, there's a lot of clouds moving in. So today, without fail, I'll go ahead and figure that out, right? Like, I'll mark it down. Last week, right, was my first full week, right, of 12 o'clock, right, on the weekends. So I'll, you know, again, we still got a lot of time yet for picnics. So we'll officially go ahead and, like I said, just, you know, do that tomorrow. But actually, it looks like there's supposed to be a lot of thunderstorms moving in this week. The start of the week. So, yeah, probably won't even get to it on my 2 o'clock days. But, like I said, we'll get there, you know, eventually. So, I definitely love watching those things. They're very cute and happy. What in the heck? So, anyhow, guys, so yes, like I said, I'll officially go ahead and try to get the mail. And then, also, I don't want to also eat, as well. And then it'd be a little bit too early, right? Because I do have an 8-hour shift. And I've actually, you do get a 15-minute unpaid break. But the break room doesn't always have stuff in it, right? To eat, right? So, I probably could take my own. There's like a refrigerator in there. And try to hog that down in 15 minutes. But, you know, until I, you know, I don't know, get a feel for it, so to say, or get a feel for the staffing, too, because sometimes somebody's there until 3, so, I mean, I could always eat around 2, and then I have enough energy until 8, so, yeah, like I said, definitely next week, we'll start the picnics on, you know, at noon, right, so, super lush life, right, mindset for the picnics, getting right back in the groove, right. So this isn't, though, right back in the groove, because it's not, it actually is a super lush life mindset, but it's actually relating to, and again, it's actually super lush life because I'm doing this so I can be there, so I can get more money, right, for Florida. So it all depends on how you look at it, but it's actually not in the groove but obviously, again, I'm at work to make money for Super Lush Life activities. So yeah, once I get in this groove of 12 o'clock, right, and I get in the groove of the schedule, right, and I really examine it and see, like, what time, then I can start taking enough that I can eat in 15 minutes, too. That's also another thing, is can I finish it in 15 minutes? So I don't have to clock out, because then I'm losing money, and then that went low. And went high, I mean, the only way you can go high from that is win money on the lottery, but also you could also lose it, so then it's a double low, right? So yeah, we'll just officially, like I said, wait and check out the schedule here, and re-examine it, really examine it today, and then we can officially start in on the picnics, even on my 12 o'clock days, because I know that I'll have energy at work, right? And I usually don't get super, hungry, but it is still nice, You still do have to eat, right? So, yes. Anyhow, guys, I'll officially go ahead and get the mail, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey, guys, it's now officially 9:34. I did just come on and share, or just realize as well, come to think of it, that's actually better, because then it gives me more time in the evenings here. So, obviously, sometimes you guys know, by the time that I get off work, right, and why I haven't been watching Atypical, is because by the time that I get off, right, I do a little run afterwards, which obviously those are going to start to increase here pretty soon, right? Walmart runs after work, right? Because we're getting down there, guys. But no, I'm not going to look at how many days again. I know it's in the 70s, and that's all that matters, right? It's probably 74, I think, because remember, next time I see my coworker this Tuesday at 70 until I leave. But anyhow, guys, so again, relax, Alyssa, okay? So yes, also that also helps because then, I have then I'm already energized whenever I come home from work. I don't have to have a bedtime snack, right? So boom, right then and there, right? I can watch an Atypical, right? And finish that off, right? And then that also passes the time, and I'm not being reminded of the days until, again, about the 40-day mark. Then you can just go crazy, right? But yeah, so obviously, boom, right there, right? I'm already energized. I don't have to have a bedtime snack, right? And yeah, I'm perfectly good then to do Florida research, practice the paddleboard stuff, which obviously, yes, I'm going to have to start doing that again here pretty soon. Yeah, like I said, that's why I do like the, actually, that's going to be, I didn't think of that now. There's only those two on the sides and the one in the back. So the one in the back will be for another inflatable, right? So I don't look like a seal, right? Because if they choose to have a one-track mind, right? Well, again, object in motion tends to stay in motion. Well, yeah, it's not going to end too well for me. So, obviously, that'll probably be out the back, And then you have the GoPro, and then you have the actual anchor. But then how are you going to have the other anchor to help you dive down? Ooh, guys, see what I said? So like I said, that's good, right? That's, again, why I'm doing this, right? So, yeah, it'll be really, really good and helpful, right? So, yeah. Anyhow, guys, and then we can pull almost all-nighters, right, with you guys. You guys remember that, right? Already so far this year, there's been, like, what? 6 or 7? Well, obviously, the 2 times that I went to Cherry Springs, right? And then obviously all those times for Florida, I didn't fall asleep until 1 in the morning, which is 4 hours pretty much, or 5, until it's officially the new day. So, basic all-nighters, basic and all-nighters have been at least 6 or 7 so far this year, right? And again, we still have a lot more to do, right? So, anyhow, guys, like I said, enough with rambling on. But again, this is good, though, because it's a Saturday, and it's, I go in at noon, so it's good to have longer videos. And I like to have longer videos, at least 10 minutes, even on the shorter days, right? Meaning the shorter days that I'm here at home until I'm at work. So, anyhow, guys, let me go try to get the mail, and I'll be back on with you guys soon. everyone, your girl is here. So now officially 10:06, and as you guys can officially see, I just got done with the cheese balls, and then obviously the rest of my lunch planned out. I did want to come on and actually show you guys how much food I still have left, which is really, really good, guys. Like I said, make that $70 last. And obviously, again, 30 of it was my share, right? 40. So what, 4/7? I actually don't know sevenths that well. It's probably like 0.19. No. See, because with fifths, every fifth is 0.2 or 2/10, right? So it'd be 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, and then 1, right? And percents are out of 100, right? Everybody knows this. So eights are obviously 0.125. I don't know what sixes are, actually. So if 1/5 is 0.2 and 1/8 is 0.125, so a quarter of, or half of 0.2, or no, actually that's not half of 0.2, half of 0.2 is 0.1. I don't know what 1/7 would be. I'm gonna have to actually look that up. Let me try to think though. 1/8 is 0.12. I'm gonna say like 0.14. I'm gonna say that. So like 14%. Anyhow, guys. So yes, as you guys can officially see though, I'll take you guys out and show. But like I said, make that money last. I seriously need to get to those. Start working on those. Those are also easy to snack on while you're eating, or while you're watching Atypical back in my bedroom. Only have used 3 of those. Haven't used any of those. Look at all that cereal I have left. That's obviously I've used 2 of those boxes. Still have 1. A whole nother bag of pretzels. Quite a bit of goldfish. Obviously 4 still. Zebra cakes, all of that. And then, boom. And chili stuff, guys. So, that's really freaking good. Anyhow, let's get back into the video. Alright, guys. So, now that it's officially 10:15, I'll go ahead and end this film. Obviously, I'll finish these now. And then I'll go do my little my granola bar. And then while my corn is cooking, I'll go ahead and do my soup. So, without further ado, I'll go ahead and end today's vlog. It'll probably be called, let me try to think here. Super Picnic Mindset, and other super mindsets. There we go. No, super mindset with picnics and other super mindsets. How about this? So many super mindsets. Picnics being one of them. There we go, guys. That's a good title for today's video. So anyhow, guys, I'll officially go ahead, though, edit this. Probably do just, you know, maybe just weird, like, short, like, 10-minute videos. If anybody has 10-minute videos. I haven't watched Michaela in a while, so maybe try her page. Sometimes she does have shorter videos. Just try to find just a couple. And then just officially, like I said, just wait here. Grow a little bit of time, honestly, and go ahead and start my lunch and then go to work. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.